Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly. And I've got a good one for you today because I am in Laguna Niguel, California at Crown Valley Park. And this is the place with the botanical gardens here in Laguna Niguel. It's really nice. We haven't been up here in like 6 months. So had to meet a friend for a meeting. So thought this would be the perfect spot. And as I was trying to title this video, there's so many things. Like, for example, the stock market has no basis in reality. I was going to say that. And how just everything's upside down and how we're not hearing how bad things are. But Christmas is fake is what I decided to settle on. And the fact that everything that we're being told right now has no basis in reality. Nothing, not a thing right now. Stock market's totally fake right now. We are seeing horrific news in the bond market with places like Japan, and we're supposed to just forget about it. And there's this fake Santa rally that we're experiencing right now, and it's not supposed to be a big deal. But think about this. Paul is a person that lives in the Phoenix area. He sends me this picture from a Love's gas station. And this is where there's pumps are out. The pumps are out of gas. They have diesel only. There is no premium. There is no unleaded. And this is at multiple gas stations. Are you guys experiencing this right now? Is this what you're having in Arizona? Is there a gas shortage in Arizona that we don't know about? Because again, everything is fake right now. Everything is bad. Things are not good right now. Getting winded walking up the hill. Wells Fargo Bank, or as we call them on this channel, Hells Fargo. Hells Fargo just got fined $3.7 billion from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, okay? And here's the fascinating thing about this, is that they set aside $2 billion in anticipation of this fine, $2 billion for a fine, because we did illegal activity. Illegal loans, overcharging people for overdraft fees, and early repossessions when they weren't supposed to repossess the car. And these poor people just were totally victimized by Wells Fargo, and they got fined $3.7 billion. Again, it's channels like this that you have to hear this on. I had about 6 people send me this one. So it's serious, but they don't pay the price for this stuff, guys. They just continue to do it over and over and over again. That's what we're seeing. So, where do we draw the line with this stuff? Okay, Wells Fargo's a mess right now. Also, we're getting such mixed messages when it comes to the economy. Things are bad, things are good. Consumer sentiment is good, consumer sentiment is bad. And, you just don't know which way to go. So I want to show you this image right here. Now look at this one. Consumer confidence hits an 8-month high, but on the same page for Market Watch, you've got number 4 biggest problem is inflation fears. So again, guys, you can't have it both ways. You can't have it that everything is great. The home building market, construction, home sales, real estate is off for the 10th month in a row. 10 months in a row. Now, Cheryl Palmer, she's the CEO of Taylor Morrison. And that's one of the world's largest home builders, especially here in the United States. Huge in the Phoenix area. She is talking about how we are at recessionary levels right now. And we are in a home building recession, a real estate recession right now. Okay, well, again, borrow money, it's no big deal. I give her credit for admitting this right now because they have unsold inventory. They're going to have to build houses slower. You're going to have to see the people that, intended on buying a house and having a set payment when it's going to go up $12, $13, $15, $2,000 more a month. They're going to have to make a decision that maybe they won't buy these houses. And Cheryl, give her credit because it's like, yeah, there's going to be inventory, but hopefully a year from now it will be a lot less. You hope so. You really do. Because not only are you going to have unfinished houses with places like this, but you're also going to have the people that cannot afford the houses that they've been put into and that they've bought. So this place is nice. There's all these different walking trails and all this different cool stuff and little wildlife and all the little rattlesnake warning signs that are, oh, here's one right here. Don't eat the rattlesnakes. I think that's what that's, I don't have my glasses on. So something like that, right? Anyways, stay away from the rattlesnakes. But you can't have it both ways, guys. And that's what they're trying to tell us. So this Christmas, everything's fake. Now, Christmas is not the season to buy stuff. It's not the season for the stock market. It's about Christ and love and all that stuff that we're supposed to, be about, and family, and nobody is, okay? So last year I did a video on Christmas is canceled, and people lost it because the meaning of Christmas, Dan, is not what you buy for people. But this year is worse than last year because you have less people purchasing Christmas presents than ever before. You have basically almost 30% of the people that says, I'm not doing Christmas this year. Christmas is done. So you can be told how great everything is with retail, which it's not. You can be told how great everything is with the stock market. There is no basis in reality for the stock market right now. I am convinced of it more than ever. We are seeing such a debacle. Bill Gross, the bond king, lives here in Orange County too. He's a great guy. That guy steps forward and says, hey, all these interest rate increases are going to destroy real estate. It's going to destroy the bond market, and it's going to make things be just difficult for the average American. Oh, yeah. Okay, fat cat. Don't worry about it. The problem is that you should listen to a guy like Bill Gross, and you should see what he's talking about, because this is not good. When you have the real estate market go down for 10 months, where does it go from here? When do we start to see the foreclosures and the short sales? When is that going to happen? And I have people in the real estate sector that say it's never going to happen, Dan. 2008 will never happen again. I beg to differ with everybody. And, being told one day that consumer confidence is good, now it's bad, consumer sentiment is down, but consumer confidence is up. Make up your mind, guys, because it's all fake. It's just, this is all fake. But look at all the stories that are below. Look at the pictures below. The famous LLL from the UK sent me something where a friend of hers wanted to borrow some money, needed about £2,000. So she went to this place called Everyday Loans that charge an incredible interest rate, very, very high. But what are you going to do? You need money. You got to pay your bills. They're going to shut things off. You're going to lose the car. What are you going to do? Who are you going to borrow it from? Guido? Okay? No. You're going to go and you're going to go to Everyday Loans where the interest rate is 84%. 84%. Look at the image that she sent me. And hey, you have a 50% chance of approval. 84%, guys. $140 a month almost for 2 years. Ouch. Okay, don't worry, honey. Borrow the money. I'll get that bonus. We'll pay it off. Things don't happen like that. Guys, I've never done that, but I've done things like that before. Don't work out. And you have to get yourself ready for the stuff that's not going to work out right now. So, isn't this beautiful? Look at these places to walk. It's really cool. Don't pick flowers, guys, when you're up here. That's rule number 1. And don't eat the rattlesnakes. Thank you guys for all the kind words in regards to Lisa. You guys are solid people, and you're very good, and everything is appreciated. So, I just wanted to keep everybody up to date, and I appreciate that very much. But what are you guys seeing? Are you seeing people borrow money? You see people do stupid things right now? Because that is stupid, guys. Think of what you can unload. What do you have in your life that's sitting there? What's in the garage that you can sell right now? Because, the Economic Ninja, we're talking about different reality shows and things like that, and we're working on one thing for him. But one thing he's great at is taking stuff that people have and unloading it and making real money, good money, not Not, hey, I made $40 this week. And that's how he talks too, just like that. Not like that. He makes a lot of money doing this, and he helps people do this. And I always tell people, go look at what you don't use in your life. Look at the sporting equipment. Look at the golf clubs. Look at clothes that you don't need. You know, my daughter does something that's incredible where she takes dresses and things like that and goes to different sites, and they pay her for them up front for this stuff. She goes to these consignment stores, and there's different ones that, yeah, you can put the dresses here and we'll pay you if we sell them. No, she walks into places and they say, oh, you know, we'll give you $116 for all this stuff. Fine, good. She's never going to wear it again, okay? That's what you guys need to do right now. Do not borrow money. Look at Taylor Morrison. Look at the home builder, one of the world's largest home builders that is finished, that is admitting that they're finished and that there's problems. Now, not going out of business, don't get me wrong, but there's problems up ahead and they know it. And everybody else should look at that too. So, a couple things. Let's see. Citizen of the Year Grove. I wonder if I got nominated for that. The Labyrinth, Formal Garden, and the Gazebo. We have to look forward to, guys. So, I'll take you this. Remember, Citizen of the Year. Vote for me. Okay. Oh, hey. The Elon Musk CEO for Twitter. One guy reached out to me and said, do it, just apply, okay? So you guys think I should try? Because I would love to do this, because what I would do, first thing I would do is I'd have so many people arrested. If I became CEO, I'd have a bunch of people arrested for what they did. That's just me. So let me know if you guys are up for that and share your thoughts on that. Dan is the CEO of Twitter, okay? I would love to work with Elon. And, but I just would have people charged with things like, you know, anyways. We could go on forever. Share your thoughts on that, okay? There is a great story from Arca Max, and I'm going to wrap all this stuff together from these other stories. And Arca Max wrote the story from Tyler Cohen that said, hey, are you spending less money this Christmas? Well, if you are, good for you. Now, here's the thing. They were talking about how people in the 80s and 90s spent so much of their disposable income on gifts, and in the year 2000, it kind of peaked, which was during the dot-com boom, and then it's kind of dropped down even more from there. It's kind of a beautiful spot up here. So, but the point is, guys, you know, we talked about this yesterday. What do people need? What do you need? Right now, I'm telling you this right now, a subscriber just sent me a 65-inch TV for $314. $314. That's the cheapest I've seen it, okay? And it, well, what's the name brand? What's the sound like? What's the level? What's the HD level? La, 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 la. How many HDMI ports does it have, Dan? Who cares? For $314? Oh my gosh, okay? It, again, buy it and have it last 2 years. Who cares? It's so cheap. People's mental health is off right now. And they're saying that over 50% of the people saying that their mental health right now is worse than it's been in decades right now. And almost 50% of the people state that they need outside counseling. About 30% admitted to it. And again, guys, if you need to talk to somebody and your church isn't doing it and your family's not doing it and people aren't just agreeing with you, the best thing that you can do is to get somebody else in your life that gives you that, I call it a disinterested third party. Going to, you know, a counselor or even somebody for business advice that's not in your back pocket, that's not your spouse, that doesn't have an interest in you. They're not trying to date you or anything like that. That's what you want. You want somebody to sit there, hey, what would you do in this situation? Because people that have weathered the storm, those are people I get advice from. The problem with people nowadays is they don't want to weather the storm. Kids today, everything's difficult and they don't know what it's like to lose. Losing is part of life. I've learned more in business and in life from things going astray and going upside down. And this is a can't win deal, and the can't win deal is a loser. And oh my gosh, look at what we lost. How do we fix this? I've learned more from that than anything else. I have done better advertising with my business when I had no money, zero money. And that's the one thing, that's one thing people hire me for, guys, is they hire me, how can we fix this company and not spend a dime more? That's what I'm great at. But people don't want to look at their mental health. People don't want to look at things and just say, they got to get through this. But people don't want to go through tough times right now. People don't want to accept that. They want it to be a win, a constant win. This is that gazebo area. They have events and stuff up here. It's really cool because you can just walk up here freely, and it's free to do this. So, but just very peaceful, and the weather is really nice up here. So 49% of the people surveyed said that they hate their job and they want to quit their job. And the Great Resignation, you haven't seen anything yet because half the people out there hate what they do for a living. Okay. I took this marketing survey. Gosh, I wish I knew what the name of it was, in 2014. And I thought, what a waste of time. It's so stupid. But this thing told me I shouldn't have employees. I should just be the promoter and the businessman and do what I do, which is the marketer. And, you know, it's funny. The person I met today, she runs my events. She is the person that totals up the money. She's the person that does all that stuff. I have my hand in it because I own the company, but she's the one that does it because she knows what she's doing, and she's brilliant and very organized. That's her gig. That's what she's good at. So she's not, how do you do this? How do you turn the camera on and talk? I can't do that. Then, okay, that's what she does. Know what you're good at, and it won't be a job, guys. It won't be a big deal to do this. And also, if you could ever do your hobby, okay? I love marketing. I love business. I love figuring out ways to save people money. I love, you know, a way to get more sales through the front door, get the phone to ring. That's what I'm good at. Oh, you didn't sell it? That's on you. I can get your phone to ring, okay? But the mental health of people right now is so bad that they want to quit, and they're miserable. Oh, I just got to take this job. I'm so behind on my debt. And I just borrowed that 2,000 pound note in the UK. I'm upside down. Yeah. What are you going to do, guys? Fix it. Fix your life. Okay? You don't have to live this way. That's what people don't get. If you make changes every day, think about this. If you made a 1% change in your life every week, at the end of the year, it'd be 50% done. Okay? What if you made 2%, 3%, 5% in a week? Huh. You could really move things in a month. Yeah, you could. People get stuck in a dead end with relationships, dead end with their business, dead end with everything, their fitness, their health, their diet, everything, and think that there's no way out. This is what I do, and I always go back to the sweets. I always go back to not eating right. That's on you. You know, the financial prepper, great guy. He's the guy that got me into that diet with the intermittent fasting. And yeah, the first week was difficult, it was awful, the first week. Because I'm like, gosh, you know, I have breakfast meetings. What am I going to do? Well, I drink coffee at the breakfast meetings, and that's it. Black coffee, because I love it. So use this time between now and the end of the year. Got the holidays, but use it to move your life forward. Move it to fix things. Make that list. The people that have written me about, hey, you know, the 5 things in a week, that's kind of cool. 5 things that you can get done this week outside of work, outside of I'm going to show up on time, you know, productive things. 5 things. Put it in the mirror, the coffee pot, someplace you're going to see it every day, the refrigerator, whatever. Okay, your car door, your car handle, got to get in the car. I love people that do that because they see it and they know, oh God, let me just take this note and throw it in the passenger seat. You know if you did this stuff or not. But kids today don't want to lose. Kids today under 30 don't know what it's like to lose. All these people, Gerald Salente brought up such a great point that so many people live with their parents now. I am grateful that my children don't live with me. You know, one's a free spirit that wants to do what he wants to do, but I can't blame a college student that wants to go snowboard and, you know, work a couple jobs in restaurants and Starbucks and whatever the heck he wants to do so that he can go hang out with his friends right now. Okay? Do it now. Can't do it when you're 30. But then he meets people that are 30 that are like, oh my gosh, this guy lives in his van, Dad. It's the coolest thing ever. Well, it's not. I love this. Van life. A woman on YouTube said it's glorified homelessness. Don't forget that. So share your thoughts on this stuff, guys. We're being told one thing and another thing all at once. People do not have it good right now. People want the quick fix. There is no quick fix to the mess that we're about to go into. And if you accept the fact that things are upside down and that mathematically the economy is not working, you know, and Christmas is broken in that sense because of the purchasing and everything that people want to do. And again, if the holiday was based on you know, spirituality and giving kindness to each other, it would be the greatest day in the world. But no, what are you going to get me? Huh? And by the way, what are you guys going to get me? Anything good? So let me know, okay? The address is below. Whenever I bring up a subject, inevitably, everybody starts to share their stories. Jim from the UK sent me his energy bill. And in December, it's £1,000, okay? £1,000. Last year at this time, weather's the same, 300 pounds. Guys, that's a criminal act right there. Where does the 700 pounds come from? Seriously. What does Jim have to give up for 700 pounds? It's air, guys. It's not like you get something out of heating your home or turning the lights on. Now, Jim is conserving energy right now, and it's 1,000 pounds. That's outrageous, guys. That's outrageous. Isn't this cool? There's little cutaways to sit out and talk and be by yourself and just look at nature and wait to get eaten by the rattlesnakes. So it's very cold, so I'm not worried about the rattlesnakes right now. So the other thing is all these CVS stores, Walgreens are limiting the drugs for children, especially amoxicillin right now, and they're limiting Tylenol and the Tylenol type products right now because of a shortage from China. You guys think about this. The majority of our drugs come from China. How wrong is that? You know, you guys want to do something right? You know, have drugs be manufactured here in the United States. Oh, good idea. Okay. But China is reopening right now from their lockdowns. So with that happening, there's a rush on people getting the common flu, getting RSV and all these other things. You know, my son, they had RSV and he had a breathing device when he was real young. I want to say he was like 5. Now he became a long distance runner and an athlete, and we just, you know, taught him to be normal in that sense. It wasn't like, oh, you know, Grant's got, you know, could have asthma. We're not going to have him run. No, Grant, you couldn't stop him. And he grew out of whatever that was. And now he's at God knows where snowboarding. Okay? So this is tragic. But guys, all the pharmacists have written me and said, Dan, we don't have regular diabetic drugs right now. We don't have regular things that people use on a regular basis. All the statins, all those different products like that people take for their cholesterol, and just don't have them right now. There's going to be a shortage, and you're going to see more and more things be on the short list right now, in addition to these kids' drugs. So share your thoughts on this stuff. Are you guys seeing this? I always tell everybody to go out and get a month's supply of this stuff right now. Tell your doctor, insist on it. I need to have this. And this stuff, like the diabetic drugs, it's so cheap for people to get this stuff because, you know, they've been knocked down so much. It's just a matter of finding them. And look at different pharmacies and look at Costco too, because they're a good pharmacy, believe it or not. So share your thoughts on this stuff, guys. I'm going to finish this video with these last few stories. And the first one is that the average person wants a job that pays more than $74,000 a year. People are rejecting jobs that don't pay 74 grand a year. Who knew? Great story out of the New York Post. Check it out. The Big Apple, New York City, since the end of 2019, they have lost 781 chain stores. 781. Huge drop off, guys. Absolutely catastrophic to the economy. And next thing is, you guys knew that comedian Jay Moore, okay, the guy that used to be funny? Anyways, Jay Moore is now engaged to kind of a local celebrity here, Jenny Buss, who owns the Lakers. Okay, they've dated a few years, who knew? But now they're engaged, and Jay's going to be her wife. Okay, so it's nice. Anyways, she's got the, what, $4 billion team? Anyways, he's the wife, in my opinion. That's just me. Final story that was sent to me, and this is great. Now, I get real estate stories like this, and I get contract cancellation stories, but I don't share all of them. But this one is amazing out of Canada, because there was a woman, Now Cow is her name. Now Cow bought a house in 2016 that she had contracted to get built to the tune of like $4.6 million. And her friend says, you know, you're just getting ripped off. You need to cancel this. She put 300 grand down, and the house is finally completed. By the way, the house is ugly, okay? What's crazy about this story is the developer, the agent, everybody sued her and said, you can't rescind this contract at this point, so you have to pay us. So she lost 970 grand. She lost a $300,000 deposit and then some. But what's crazy about this article, you have to read this, is everybody's name, the address of the house, everything is shared. There is not an ounce of privacy. I don't know if this is a Canada thing or not, but for business, this is crazy, guys, that these people are sharing, her full name, her address, her husband's name, the address of the house, the realtor, the full judge's name, everything. So take a look at this, guys, because this is unbelievable that they did this. The story is below. So please don't forget to hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. And again, guys, just a myriad of things today. Christmas is broken. Christmas is canceled. Christmas is not what it normally is. It's the season. It's the season of not giving. I mean, whatever you want me to say, I'll say it, okay? Be kind to one another. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to everybody that took the time to write a nice wish to me. And onward and upward, guys. I will see you guys very soon, okay?